So, what you guys are going to want to do for like in terms of just preparation before you even start the game, I'd recommend checking out the attributes. So, the medic, this your max health is slightly increased and coming damage is slightly decreased. I never turned this off and my medic's already level 11. I think that's the best thing to have. I haven't even tried out these shouts yet, but I'd rather just keep the healing kit. You get this back like probably every 30 seconds or less, so you don't even have to waste a med kit if you play really safe. But then the first double ability, or you have to use R3 and L3 at the same time to use your special ability. Using the bone saw scythe. I use the first signature move for it because it does extra damage against special zombies. So any type of special zombies, it could be the screamers, it could be the big like muscular zombies, or just any type that isn't a regular zombie. It won't do a significant amount of damage to the zombies with the claw hands for whatever reason. They're just tanky as I don't even know what, like tanky as Left 4 Dead freaking tanks in the game. They have so much freaking health that Bonesaw Scythe barely even scratches them. So, starting out, if you just want to beat it solo for doing like your favorite class, like if you're just trying to choose between the three, which one can you benefit the most from playing? Like what's going to give you a big advantage towards being able to solo this your first time? I'd probably go with the medic class first, so you know what you're doing, and so that you can pretty much just get a feel of like where the zombie spawns are once you reach the final stage. You gotta protect the base. You definitely want to play it a couple times, see where the zombies spawn, see where you gotta like place traps and everything. Traps are going to be very important. We'll get into that. But yeah, the medic class for sure is top priority, number one class I'd pick for beginners trying to solo this game mode. I'm gonna go to the main menu real quick. Right, but now once you get into the game, what you guys are going to want to do, ignore the objective. Like pick whatever reward that you want to go towards and completely ignore the objective. Don't even do it yet. Go around the city, loot the houses, open up a bunch of the loot crates, and you're gonna want to kill as many zombies as you can for like at least a good 2-3 minutes per like day that you go out in preparation for the final stage where you gotta protect your base. And what that's going to do for you, you're gonna be able to farm the zombies because they drop every type of resource. They drop trap parts, which you need that for putting down traps like barbed wire, freezer traps, flame traps, poison traps, fire traps, the toxin traps. All that stuff is going to be very important for the very very final stage. Because without those traps, you're not soloing it, man. you're just not gonna solo it. But do not, I repeat, use any of the trap parts until you make it to the final stage where you gotta defend your base. I see so many new players. Like, I joined a couple random games today earlier, and I seen a bunch of people using all their trap parts on a single day for a mission. And I literally just ran past all of them, and I just somersaulted freaking all of the zombies. I just killed them all with my special ability and my machete and whatever other stuff I had quite easily. Like, all of that was unnecessary. But yeah, that, you don't want to do that. When you get into the final stage, you guys, you're not going to get anywhere near the amount of trap parts that you get from doing the missions up to that point. Like, once you do the missions, like, and everything, or like not focusing the objective, but just, killing the zombies until it's the final stage, they drop so much loot, like a crap ton of loot, man. So you definitely don't want to do that at all. Like, that would just be a complete waste of time if you were to just use all your trap parts on one day and you go right to the final stage and you're just defenseless, because they're just going to give you like probably 20 or like even 7 a wave, and that's going to be enough for like probably 2 freaking traps. You need more than 2. You need at least, I think you need at least like 30 or 40 traps to solo. Yeah, so there's that. But then that's just the easy part, is, farming for the resources. You're gonna need to probably re-roll your game a couple times if you don't land on any of the traps. Because if you don't get any traps from all the 5 days of preparation, you just go for like, legendary weapons or increased health for the shelter doors or something, the game, all you're gonna have is barbed wire as the medkit and a healing station. There not gonna be like any other traps available because you didn't have any missions where you could get those other traps. So I'd highly recommend going for the ice trap mission. The ice trap mission is probably the best trap in the game, hands down. I think it's the best trap for sure. What it does, it freezes the zombies, and then what happens is, once it freezes the zombies, you can smack them, and it does like ×3 damage. And it could probably even do more than that if you're using a legendary weapon. So it's very worthwhile to have that trap for sure. And especially if you you place it all around the map too, like, in the zombie spawns. You place a couple of them on each objective. Those zombies are going to have a hard time getting to the door, man. And it's come in clutch so many times. Like, when a couple of the special zombies run past you and all your barbed wire traps, if you run up to one of them and smack them a couple times and you lead them to a freeze trap, you can easily take them out because it just does so much damage. So there's that. Now, back to farming zombies. So when you're farming zombies, you guys, pay attention to your inventory. Make sure you have at least 30 gunpowder. You need to have at least 30 gunpowder or more. 30 or more, you're in a really good spot. If you could get at least 50 or 60 even, you won't have to worry about ammunition, because you'll just be able to just pretty much swim in it. Um, but you definitely do want to make sure that you have more than one gun. Like, you don't want to have just one gun, like, just an assault rifle, and then just use all of the gunpowder and just that assault rifle. I mean, I guess it would save the, gunpowder, like some resources, since you won't be using on multiple weapons. But the reason why I like to have all of the weapons, like, the assault rifle, the pistol, the nail gun, the shotgun, and the marksman hunting rifle, sniper, is because they all are their individual, like, ammo types. and sometimes the zombies drop bullets for you to pick up, and that will be a big help, like a major help, especially the sniper. Sniper does like 2,000 damage if you put all the perks and attributes on it correctly, and you're able to put down pretty much almost any special infected zombie quite easily. But yeah, that's pretty much the strategy that I go for. You know, as soon as I get into the game, I just farm zombies, make sure I'm stocked up on everything that I need. And if you need anything else, like just parts for upgrading your weapon, you get that from just killing all those zombies because they drop weapons sometimes. Like, if you take out a bunch of them, they're probably going to drop quite a few that you're just going to pass or run past or something, you know? And then even if you do miss it, you don't need to manually pick up all of the weapons. They automatically go to your storage crate. So any weapons that you find out in the wild and you don't have any inventory space or you don't feel like running back to pick it up or something, you don't have to pick it up. The game will automatically put it in your storage crate. And then what I do, I'd go in there, I'd sell a bunch of things if I'm buying something for the vending machine, right? And I'd make sure I get, you know, like all the legendaries out of there, all the epics, all the special mods, the all the parts. I buy all the parts as well. You get extra parts from the vending machines, so check those. Sometimes they have gunpowder in them. You're gonna need a lot of it. And any other weapons that you have extra, I just scrap, but I'd keep a close eye on what you're scrapping because sometimes some of those weapons have mods on them, like increased damage, increased speed for like agility, and there's the vampire perk that you get your health back when you kill zombies. There's all sorts of things, man, that will help you highly in this. So I hope that is helpful. And then I'm just trying to think of something else. What else would be helpful? I guess when I'm solo surviving on Neighborhood Watch, what I also do is I like to run in between the back two objectives. So I'm kind of like in the middle of it. And I keep an eye out on the mini map to see if there's like any zombies running like in any of the directions, like, you know, the north side, the west side, or the south or east, you know. And if the zombies are only going for two objectives, I just go in the middle of that, and the zombies, they just run to me instead of the objective, and I just have them chase me, and then I just shoot them down and pick them off with my melee weapons. Uh, that's a huge help, and that works for a couple waves if you do it right. You don't want to be just only defending one area, relying on your traps to take care of the zombies on another side. It's just not going to happen. They're going to break through eventually. You're going to want to cycle back and forth on all three objectives. Make sure the zombies don't break through. But what else is there that you need to do? Um, I mean, place barbed wire on all of the objectives. Make sure it's covering the door and the stairs that leads up to it, and that will slow down the zombies. And then place traps, blocking off, you know, the zombies on all the areas around you, like all the open areas. So like, you know, the open fences, place a barbed wire there, place a freeze trap. So what you want to do, you want to do it like perfectly in the right way. You want to place a freeze trap at the bottom step of the stairs, and then you want to place barbed wire behind it, and then you want to place 4 barbed wire going upward, not side by side. You want it to go the other way so that it's covering all of the stairs, and apparently that makes the zombies like just run up it very slow, and they try to crawl into it too. And if you place it the other way, they're just going to leap over it. They're not going to even run through it. And I learned that the hard way. Man. Did not go my way a lot of times. But that's pretty much it, yeah. And then just for the special zombies, for almost all of them, their weak spot is their leg. Just shoot the crap out of their leg, or smack their leg, instead of headshots. Headshots do still work, of course, but preferably for the big ones, go for the leg. But sometimes you can't, completely remember where to shoot and what to do because you're just reacting, trying to react and just play safe. And you got to be fast too. You can't be taking too long to take out all the zombies. Otherwise, one side is going to get overwhelmed, and then, well, you're just going to lose the game once they break through the base. But yeah, that is pretty much my guide on Dead Island 2 to solo neighborhood watch in the Horde mode. I'll probably make a gameplay, like, just showing everything that I said, like how to do it exactly and everything. But for right now, that's it. I'm gonna hop on some For Honor, play some more of that, and I don't know if I'm going to play a little bit of Last of Us as well. Like, I might squeeze in like an hour of that, and that's gonna be it for me for today. But I hope that was helpful for you guys. And I do appreciate you guys checking out the Dead Island 2 content. More to come in the future.